In the quiet forge of dawn, where the world still slumbers and shadows cling to the earth, there lies a sacred fire, one that tempers the spirit like steel in relentless flames. To walk the path of the samurai is to embrace the Hagane no Ishi, the iron will, a force unyielding against the chaos of the world. Each morning the disciplined heart becomes a blade, sharpened by ritual, forged by habit, and strengthened by the unbreakable code of Bushido. The dance of fire and steel mirrors our own internal struggle, where fleeting thoughts of weakness are melted away, leaving only the resolute spirit behind. This is not merely a routine, but a sacred commitment to mastery, an awakening of the shin, the heart's unwavering truth, and a step beyond the illusions of mujo, impermanence. Warriors, today I call upon you. Commit to this journey with me. Comment X below to pledge your path. Subscribe to join our circle of relentless samurai forging their destinies. Thank you for standing as part of this community of warriors, united in discipline and honor. Rising with purpose is the very first spark that ignites the warrior's day. It is not merely the act of opening one's eyes to the dawn, but a deliberate awakening of intention that separates the disciplined from the distracted. The samurai did not rise simply because the sun beckoned them. They rose because they were called by a deeper force. A commitment etched into their soul. To rise with purpose means to greet the day with clarity and resolve, understanding that each morning is a new forge where character is molded. When the mind sets its intention before the body moves, the entire day bends to the will of that purpose. This moment, often overlooked in the rush of routine, holds the power to shift one's entire trajectory. Imagine the difference between waking as a passenger, tossed by the currents of life, and waking as a captain, steering your ship through deliberate and confident command. Rising with purpose transforms you into the latter, the master of your fate, rather than the victim of circumstance. When you rise with purpose, your first thoughts are not cluttered with distractions or hesitation, but are sharp and focused like the edge of a finely honed katana. The morning is a blank canvas, and with intention you choose the colors, the brushstrokes, and the design. This intentional start creates momentum that ripples through every hour, every decision, every interaction. The samurai knew that discipline in small moments accumulated into invincible strength, and the morning was their proving ground. The ritual of waking with purpose is a declaration: today will not be wasted on trivialities or excuses. It is a commitment to act, to strive, to embody the virtues of courage, honor, and resilience. Even before stepping into the world's chaos, the warrior sets their mind like a fortress, prepared for the battles ahead. To cultivate rising with purpose, one must begin the night before by planting the seeds of intention. The warrior's mind is not left adrift as sleep falls, but is carefully prepared to rise with the dawn's call. Planning, reflection, and quiet resolve become the foundation on which the morning is built. The samurai understood that without a clear purpose, the body could awaken, but the spirit might remain shackled to lethargy or distraction. This preparation is not rigid or mechanical, but fluid and alive. A living vow whispered to oneself in the stillness of night. It is a promise that the coming day will be met with strength and clarity. When the alarm sounds or the first light filters through, the warrior's mind is already aligned, ready to move with precision and power. Rising with purpose is also an act of rebellion against the pull of complacency and the easy lure of comfort. In a world where distractions are endless and motivation fleeting, choosing to awaken with intention is a radical act of self-mastery. It requires willpower and a fierce love for one's own potential. The samurai embraced discomfort as a teacher, understanding that true strength is forged not in ease but in challenge. Every morning they seized the opportunity to sharpen their mind and spirit, refusing to be dulled by inertia. When you rise with purpose, you claim your day as a battlefield to conquer, not a burden to endure. It becomes a sacred ceremony, where you honor your own growth, your mission, and your place in the world. This is the essence of the samurai's morning, a ritual that transforms waking into becoming. Mindful breathing and centering serve as the sacred bridge between the chaos of the external world and the calm strength within. For the samurai, breath was more than just a biological function. It was the rhythm of life itself, the pulse that connected body, mind, and spirit in perfect harmony. Before drawing their swords or stepping into battle, they would ground themselves through deliberate breath, steadying their hearts like a calm lake reflecting the sky. To practice mindful breathing is to reclaim your power in the present moment, anchoring your scattered thoughts and restless emotions to a place of stillness and clarity. This act of centering is not passive, but a profound form of discipline, a ritual of focus that trains the mind to become a blade, sharp, calm, and unyielding amidst the storms of distraction. When your breath is steady, your spirit is unshakable, and the day's challenges lose their grip on your resolve. In the quiet rhythm of mindful breath, you cultivate a sacred space inside, a fortress of calm that no external turmoil can penetrate. The samurai understood that true strength arises not from brute force alone, but from mastery over the self. Breath becomes a tool to tame the wild mind, to return again and again to the present when distractions threaten to pull you away. This centering awakens a deep awareness, an ability to observe your thoughts and feelings without being consumed by them. Like a warrior standing tall and poised before battle, you learn to hold your ground internally, even when the world outside rages. Mindful breathing trains patience and resilience, qualities essential to navigating life's unpredictable tides. Each inhale fills you with energy, each exhale releases tension and doubt. This simple yet powerful practice transforms mornings into moments of sacred preparation. To build this habit, begin by inviting your awareness to the breath immediately upon waking. Rather than rushing into action, pause and draw your attention inward. Feel the cool air enter your nostrils, travel deep into your lungs, and then gently flow out. This cycle is your anchor, a constant presence that grounds you amid fleeting thoughts and worries. The samurai's meditative breath was a form of moving meditation, each breath intentional, each moment sacred. As you cultivate this practice, it becomes easier to carry that centeredness into the day, to respond rather than react, and to maintain clarity amid complexity. This moment of stillness is not weakness but profound strength, a signal to your mind and body that you are ready to meet whatever comes with grace and determination. Mindful breathing and centering also remind us of the impermanence and flow of life itself, a core teaching in samurai philosophy known as Mujo. Like breath, all things arise and fade. Clinging to stress or fear only binds the spirit. By embracing breath as a tool of awareness, you learn to accept change and uncertainty with calm resilience. This practice invites you to become the calm eye within the storm, a silent force of balance that guides every step. When you center through mindful breathing, you honor the samurai's legacy of disciplined presence, transforming your mornings from frantic awakenings into sacred rituals of control and power. It is through this breath, this deliberate centering, that the spirit is sharpened and prepared to carve a path through the day with unwavering focus. Physical movement and discipline are the embodiment of the samurai's commitment to mastery, a sacred dance between body and spirit that forges strength through action. The warrior's path is not one of idle contemplation but of rigorous practice, where every muscle is trained to respond with precision and power. Movement is more than exercise. It is a ritual of transformation, a way to awaken the dormant energy within and align the body with the unyielding will of the mind. When you rise and move with intention, you honor the ancient tradition of discipline that shaped warriors who could face any challenge without hesitation. The act of physical movement becomes a meditation in motion, a deliberate sequence that sharpens focus and builds resilience. It reminds you that the spirit is housed in the body, and to neglect one is to weaken the other. Discipline in movement is a testament to the samurai's unwavering dedication to their craft. They trained tirelessly, not just to wield a sword, but to cultivate a body that could endure hardship and adapt to any situation. This relentless practice was a daily pledge to themselves, to be stronger, faster, more balanced, and more capable. The simple act of moving purposefully in the morning, whether through stretching, martial arts, or mindful exercise, connects you to that legacy of perseverance. It is a physical declaration that you will not surrender to lethargy or weakness. Each movement ignites the spirit and prepares the mind to face the day's battles with confidence. Discipline in the body mirrors discipline in the mind. They are inseparable allies in the quest for mastery. Beginning the day with physical movement also serves as a powerful symbol of readiness and respect for yourself and for the challenges ahead. The samurai viewed their morning rituals as acts of honor, a way to greet the new day with strength and humility. When you choose to move with discipline, you cultivate a warrior's mindset that values effort over ease and growth over comfort. This physical awakening stirs the blood, energizes the senses, and releases tension that clouds clarity. Movement becomes a sacred practice that grounds you in the present, connecting breath, balance, and intention. It is a reminder that every day is an opportunity to sharpen the blade of your body and spirit, and that true power comes from consistent, purposeful action. Physical movement and discipline also teach the essential lesson of patience and gradual progress. The samurai knew that mastery was not achieved overnight, but through countless repetitions, small improvements, and unwavering commitment. Each morning's practice, no matter how brief, contributes to the forging of a resilient and capable warrior. This daily dedication builds momentum, creating a foundation of strength that supports every goal and aspiration. When you honor your body with movement and discipline, you embody the essence of Bushido, the way of the warrior, where courage, respect, and perseverance guide every step. This is not just exercise, it is a sacred act of preparation, a ritual that transforms ordinary mornings into powerful beginnings. Focused visualization is the silent forging of the mind's blade before the day's battles begin. Like the samurai who meticulously imagined each strike and maneuver long before the clash of swords, this practice sharpens the spirit by painting a vivid picture of victory and purpose. Visualization is more than wishful thinking. It is a disciplined exercise of the imagination that aligns intention with action. When you close your eyes and see yourself moving through the challenges ahead with strength, clarity, and calm, you train your subconscious to recognize possibility and prepare your mind to overcome obstacles. This mental rehearsal stokes the fire of confidence, transforming abstract goals into concrete reality. The warrior's mind, calm yet alert, becomes a canvas where success is not only dreamed, but commanded into existence. The samurai understood that the battlefield was as much within the mind as in the physical world. They cultivated shin, the heart's focused truth, by envisioning each encounter with unwavering clarity and purpose. Focused visualization hones this inner vision, teaching the mind to dwell on what matters most and dismiss distractions. It is a powerful tool for grounding your intentions and reinforcing your commitment to the day's path. By repeatedly picturing yourself acting with courage, discipline, and resilience, you create neural pathways that make these qualities your default response. The quiet moments of visualization before action prepare you to navigate uncertainty with grace, turning fear into fuel and hesitation into resolve. This mental sharpening is as vital as physical training, for a warrior's greatest weapon is a mind steeled by clarity. To cultivate focused visualization, begin by creating a clear and detailed image of your desired outcome. Imagine the sensations, emotions, and actions as if you were already living them. Feel the weight of your purpose, hear the sounds of your success, see the path unfolding before you. The samurai's visualization was vivid and precise, leaving no room for doubt or wavering. This practice rewires your brain, programming your mind to move purposefully toward your goals. Over time, visualization becomes a mental ritual that primes your spirit for excellence and fortifies your resilience against setbacks. It is a quiet declaration of intent that reverberates through every fiber of your being, transforming your morning from a passive awakening into a strategic launch. Focused visualization also embodies the principle of Hagane no Ishi, the iron will, by fostering unwavering belief in your capacity to overcome. It is a daily act of faith in your own strength and potential, a mental armor that protects against the corrosive effects of doubt and distraction. By envisioning success with fierce clarity, you set the tone for your entire day, aligning your actions with your deepest aspirations. This practice nurtures the samurai spirit within, a spirit that does not waver in the face of adversity but moves forward with determined purpose. Focused visualization is the secret fire that kindles courage and fuels relentless progress, transforming thoughts into unstoppable momentum. Intentional hydration and nourishment are the quiet rituals that honor the sacred temple of the body, a principle deeply respected by the samurai, who understood that strength flows from within. Just as a finely forged blade depends on the purity of its metal, the warrior's power is sustained by the quality of what fuels the body. To approach hydration and nourishment with intention is to treat each sip and bite as a deliberate act of care and discipline, recognizing that every element absorbed either fortifies or weakens the spirit. The morning meal, simple yet profound, becomes a mindful offering that replenishes energy and sharpens focus, setting the tone for the battles that lie ahead. When you drink and eat with purpose, you awaken a deeper awareness of the connection between body and mind, forging resilience through thoughtful, nourishing habits. The samurai practiced restraint and mindfulness in all things, including how they fed their bodies. Their diet was not indulgent but balanced, designed to sustain endurance, clarity, and vigor. Hydration was a sacred flow, a source of life that cleansed and revitalized, while nourishment was carefully chosen to provide lasting energy rather than fleeting satisfaction. This intentional approach cultivated a body capable of swift, decisive action without the sluggishness of excess or imbalance. When you embrace intentional hydration and nourishment, you honor this tradition by fueling yourself not out of habit or craving, but out of respect for your mission and the discipline required to fulfill it. Each mindful choice becomes a stone laid on the path to mastery, a step toward embodying the samurai's harmony of strength and grace. Beginning your day with deliberate hydration awakens the body's systems and clears the fog of sleep, much like the morning mist that lifts to reveal the clarity of a new day. Water becomes more than a drink. It is a vital ritual that ignites metabolism, supports mental sharpness, and balances energy. Paired with nourishment that is intentional and balanced, this practice creates a foundation of vitality that powers focus and endurance. The samurai's reverence for simplicity and function guides this habit, reminding us that true power arises not from excess, but from balance and precision. When you approach your morning fuel with this mindset, you transform an ordinary necessity into a sacred act of preparation, honoring the vessel that carries you through every challenge. Intentional hydration and nourishment also echo the principle of mujo, the impermanence and flow inherent in all things. Just as the body requires constant renewal, so too must we adapt and respond to its changing needs with mindfulness and respect. This practice cultivates patience and presence, teaching the warrior to listen deeply to their body's signals and respond with care rather than neglect or haste. It is an act of self-respect that fuels endurance and sharpens the spirit, ensuring that the energy within aligns with the strength of will. By embracing hydration and nourishment as deliberate acts, you embody the samurai's holistic approach to mastery, where mind, body, and spirit are united in disciplined harmony, prepared to face the day's battles with unwavering strength. Journaling for clarity and growth is a sacred practice that transforms the chaotic whirlwind of thoughts into a focused stream of wisdom and purpose. Like the samurai who meticulously recorded their lessons and reflections to sharpen their spirit, this daily ritual invites you to lay bare your inner world with honesty and discipline. The act of writing becomes a forging fire for the mind, burning away confusion, doubt, and distraction, leaving behind only the essence of truth and through journaling. The scattered fragments of experience are gathered and aligned, allowing you to see patterns, recognize progress, and identify the battles still ahead. This clarity fuels growth, turning reflection into action, and thought into deliberate transformation. The samurai valued self-awareness as a cornerstone of mastery, knowing that without understanding one's own mind, true strength could not be achieved. Journaling cultivates this self-awareness by providing a mirror to the soul, a space to confront fears, celebrate victories, and articulate intentions. It is not merely a record of events, but a disciplined dialogue with oneself, where the voice of the warrior emerges in its purest form. And writing each morning anchors the mind, sets priorities, and clears mental clutter, allowing you to face the day with purpose and calm resolve. Just as the samurai sharpened their swords daily, journaling hones the intellect and spirit, preparing you to navigate challenges with wisdom and resilience. To begin this practice, create a sacred space where your thoughts can flow freely and without judgment. Approach journaling as a ritual of self-honesty and respect, a moment to pause, reflect, and align with your deeper values. The samurai's discipline was not rigid but rooted in sincerity and intention, and your writing should reflect that same openness. Whether you record lessons learned, goals, emotions, or insights, each word strengthens your connection to your inner warrior. Over time, journaling becomes a compass that guides your growth, revealing the progress made and the path ahead. It transforms scattered energy into focused momentum, empowering you to act with greater clarity and confidence. Journaling for clarity and growth also embodies the spirit of Shin, the heart's unwavering truth. It is an act of courage to face yourself honestly each day, acknowledging both strength and vulnerability. This practice nurtures resilience by helping you process setbacks and celebrate breakthroughs, fostering a mindset of continuous improvement. The samurai knew that mastery was a lifelong journey, and journaling is a powerful tool on that path, helping you stay aligned with your purpose and committed to your evolution. Through this daily ritual, you cultivate a warrior's mindset, one that embraces self-awareness as the foundation of true power, transforming every morning into an opportunity for deeper understanding and relentless growth. Embracing silence and reflection is the profound practice of stepping away from the relentless noise of the world to enter the sacred space within, a place where the samurai found clarity, strength, and unshakable calm. In the quiet moments before the day's storm, silence becomes a forge for the spirit, tempering the restless mind like fire shapes raw metal into a blade of precision and purpose. The samurai understood that without stillness even the sharpest sword dulls, and the mind becomes cluttered with distraction. To embrace silence is to listen deeply, to the breath, the heartbeat, and the subtle whispers of intuition that guide every warrior on their path. This intentional pause cultivates a space where insight arises, and the spirit can realign with its highest truth. Reflection, paired with silence, is the act of turning inward with intention, examining the lessons of yesterday and preparing the heart and mind for the challenges ahead. The samurai practiced this sacred art daily, knowing that true mastery depends on self-awareness and the ability to learn from both triumph and failure. In this quiet contemplation, distractions fall away, and what remains is a distilled clarity, a clear vision of purpose and direction. Embracing silence allows you to detach from the chaos outside and the turmoil within, creating a sanctuary where resilience and wisdom grow. It is a disciplined act of presence, a refusal to be swept away by fleeting emotions or external noise, standing instead firmly grounded in your own centered strength. To cultivate this habit, begin by carving out moments of stillness each morning before the rush begins. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed, allowing the mind to settle like sediment in clear water. The samurai often practiced meditation or simply sat in mindful silence, observing thoughts without judgment and returning again and again to the breath. This practice trains patience and deepens awareness, teaching the warrior to respond with intention rather than react impulsively. Silence becomes a powerful ally, a space where inner dialogue shifts from turmoil to wisdom, where the spirit recharges and prepares for action. By embracing silence and reflection, you honor the samurai tradition of mindful presence, turning the start of each day into a sacred ritual of strength and clarity. Embracing silence and reflection also embodies the concept of mujo, the impermanence and ever-changing flow of life. In this stillness, you learn to accept change without resistance, observing the ebb and flow of thoughts, emotions, and circumstances with equanimity. This acceptance fosters resilience and adaptability, qualities essential to the warrior's path. Through silence, you cultivate a deep connection to your inner self, a wellspring of calm that supports you in the face of uncertainty and challenge. This sacred practice transforms ordinary mornings into moments of profound preparation, where the spirit is renewed and sharpened. By making silence and reflection a daily habit, you carry forward the samurai legacy of disciplined presence, forging a mind and heart ready to face whatever the day demands. Warriors, now that we have walked together through these 7 pillars, the foundation of the samurai spirit that transforms mornings into sacred rituals of power and purpose, it is time to carry this wisdom beyond words and into your daily life. Remember, true mastery is not found in grand gestures, but in the quiet, consistent acts of discipline that forge your character like steel in the fire. Each habit is a link in the unbreakable chain of your resolve, a step on the path of Bushido, where honor, courage, and unwavering commitment guide every choice. Embrace these micro-habits not as tasks, but as sacred rituals that awaken your spirit, sharpen your mind, and prepare your body to meet the day's challenges with clarity and strength. You are part of a brotherhood and sisterhood of modern samurai, warriors who refuse to be passive, who rise with purpose and face life's battles with an iron will. Thank you for committing to this journey, for standing with us as we forge ourselves anew each morning. Now, take these habits, make them your own, and step boldly into the day, knowing that with every breath, every action, you embody the timeless spirit of the samurai, unstoppable and unbreakable.